What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here, and welcome to our daily show where we discuss the fourth stimulus check update, the two new upcoming packages. It is now crunch time, the physical infrastructure package part 1, and the next stimulus package part 2. That their fates are kind of intertwined, as well as what is going on with our country and what is going on in Washington D.C. today. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to subscribe down below. It's completely free to do so you don't miss out on new upcoming episodes of our daily show here. New videos come out every day at 10 a.m., 3 p.m., and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Don't forget to hit the like button for us. We got a lot to discuss here today. Congress is back in session. They're writing the bills behind the scene, and really more so, I should say, discussing what is going to be in the bills. We're currently discussing right now, Senator Joe Manchin wants the next stimulus package, the American Families Plan, to be around $2 trillion, which would make it larger than President Biden's third stimulus check package of $1.9 trillion. Senator Bernie Sanders wants the next stimulus package to be at least $3 trillion, and we're really determining what is going to be in this next stimulus package. Also, President Biden just signed a major presidential executive order that is a multi-tier executive order that has several different things in it. Let me explain to you kind of the major points in it. And one of the major points sets up something for the next stimulus package. Okay, as you can see here, Biden calls for efforts to lower prescription drug prices as part of an executive order he signed to foster competition. As I said, there's multiple different parts in this executive order. I'll be reading some excerpts from multiple different sources here. This particular source is from Yahoo Finance. President Biden signed an executive order aimed at promoting competition across the workforce, across the U.S. economy, including measures that target big tech companies aimed at lowering prices for consumers, not in the pharmaceutical industry, and calls for greater scrutiny of mergers across industries. Quote, "The heart of the American capitalism is a simple idea, open and fair competition," said Biden before signing the order. "Capitalism without competition isn't capitalism, it's exploitation. Without healthy competition, big players can change and charge whatever they want and treat you however they want. And for too many Americans, that means accepting a bad deal for things you can't go without." The order contains 72 initiatives by more than a dozen federal agencies and establishes a White House Competition Council to monitor the agency's progress. One of these has to do with non-compete agreements with employers' contracts, okay? Biden is calling on the FTC to ban or limit non-compete agreements, which keeps workers from leaving their employer for positions at rival companies. Critics argue that agreements reduce wages by taking away workers' employment options. Okay, but really, this executive order, which is very, very long, I'm not going to read it to you because it would take an entire video, and it's a lot of legal jargon, and it's not something that you would want to read. It's, as you can see here, it's very, very long legal jargon, and it's not a pleasant read. But parts of this has to do with the president's big antitrust push to make for how you can pay for plane tickets and prescription drugs to make things cheaper through basically promoting competition through the the workforce and the way our economy works, basically promoting free trade, aka one of the things we talk about on this channel a lot is the prescription drug market. Like we talk about insulin and inhalers and prescription drugs because one of the big things they want to put in this next stimulus package is Medicare reform, and they want to pay for additional Medicare benefits like hearing, dental, vision, and hearing aid coverage, and lower the Medicare eligibility age. Medicare, I get a lot of people confused about this. It's not Social Security eligibility age. They're not lowering the Social Security eligibility age. They're lowering the Medicare eligibility age. Okay, that's a big distinction there. They want to lower the Medicare eligibility age to age 60 or age 55. It's probably going to end up being age 60. Of course, there's a lot of negotiation and pushback, and it's not just a for sure home run. This is going to be in this next package, right? Age 60 is the most likely scenario if they get this passed. Okay, one of the big things they want to do is they want to force pharmaceutical companies, and honestly, a lot of this idea came from former President Donald Trump, and even before him, they've been working on doing this Medicare expansion and forcing pharmaceutical companies to lower their prescription drug prices for many, 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 many years. Okay, this is not really a new idea, and both Democrats and Republicans have been working on this for many, many years. Okay, so honestly, I think that even a lot of Republicans, even though they're ultimately not going to vote for this, secretly they're going to go, yes, at the end of the day, if the Medicare portion of this gets passed, because even a lot of Republicans have been trying to pass this Medicare expansion for this next package for many, many years. And this new executive order kind of leads into setting up the deal for this next stimulus package. So this new executive order has a part of it that calls for efforts to lower the prescription drug prices in the executive order. So Biden directed the FDA to work with states on importing prescription drugs from Canada and directing officials to develop a comprehensive plan to lower drug prices in 45 days. The moves are part of the healthcare section of a wide-ranging executive order on promoting competition in the economy that Biden has signed over the weekend, allowing imports of cheaper drugs from other countries was part of Biden's healthcare plan during the campaign, but this new move is a step forward to take action on this front. So this is really there's several different parts to this executive order. Number one is they're actually going to import prescription drugs from Canada and other countries because they can literally import them, the same drugs, from other countries for cheaper because these companies like Pfizer, Moderna, I'm just picking names out of the air here, but all these large pharmaceutical companies, they sell them to the US for way more money than they sell them to other countries for. I know it sounds crazy. It's like, how can they do that? But they're allowed to do that because it's a free market until the government forces them to sell them to us for the same prices. Okay. And that's what they're working on. Their legal jargon here. It's like to be able to force them to do this. And trust me, big pharma, big pharmaceutical companies, they have a huge lobbyist team. They spend millions or even billions of dollars in legal teams, lawyers, and lobbyists. They don't want this to happen by all means. If this happens, it will probably be nothing short of a miracle, okay? By forcing these pharmaceutical companies to give us prescription drugs for the same prices they sell to other countries, will actually save the U.S. government up to $600 billion every single year. And in effect, we can actually give Medicare extra benefits, hearing, dental, vision, and hearing aids to the U.S. Americans, to the U.S. people, in essentially for free, okay, for no additional cost than what people normally pay for Medicare. Sounds like a win-win, right? That's what they're working on. That's just one of the things they're working on in this next stimulus package. Bernie Sanders actually gives us the perfect example here. The cost to manufacture one vial of insulin is about $6. This is what they cost these pharmaceutical companies to manufacture a vial of insulin. Literally a life-saving drug, okay? This isn't a luxury of pharmaceutical drug. This is a life-saving drug, okay? It's life-saving. You need it or you physically die sometimes, okay? It costs them $6 to make. They sell it to other countries here for $7, $7, $9, and yet they sell it to the US for $98, okay? So if they can sell it to other countries for $7 or $9, Why are they selling it to the United States for $98? He says the American people should not be forced to pay the highest prices on the planet for prescription drugs. So, why do they do it? They do it because they're allowed to. They do it because over the years, year after year, for decades, they've been allowed to get away with it. And I think at some point, they're going to have to be forced to stop doing this. And hopefully, this will be the year that this comes to an end. And this is one of the things they're working on in this next stimulus package. So putting an end to this. Think about how many people have died because they have not been able to afford their prescriptions. Think about that. I've actually seen a lot of comments from you guys that have known a family member or you yourself cannot physically afford your own prescriptions. Let me know down below if you have had times in the past where you or a family member cannot physically afford your own prescriptions. Let me know. Let our community know. We're all family here. We are an extended family. I call you guys our extended family, our internet family. We're all one. We're all, if you read through our comments, you'll see that everybody here on this channel, read through the comments, man. It's thousands and thousands of people in the same similar situations here. And I like to consider myself the voice of you guys here. I'm out here advocating for you guys every day for more stimulus checks, Social Security raises, more Medicare benefits. I really think these Medicare benefits are a once in a lifetime opportunity. I've been talking about them a lot lately. I understand you might be, I'm 40 years old. I'm not going to get any of these Medicare benefits, but I really think that not yet, at least, right? I'm not, until I'm 60 years old. So 20 years in the future right now, I might benefit from them in 20 years. You might not be getting these benefits yet. At some point, everybody's going to be a senior and then they're going to benefit from these. I think that this is a once in a lifetime opportunity for our country to get this passed and to force these pharmaceutical companies to lower their prescription drug prices. Because if we don't do it now, it might not ever happen. And these benefits are benefits that can happen for a lifetime. To think that hearing, dental, vision, and hearing aids are not covered by Medicare is crazy. Is crazy. And Bernie Sanders says that 75% of seniors don't have these coverage, and they literally don't get dentures and don't get hearing aids and don't go to the eye doctor because they can't afford them. This is the opportunity to change that. Okay. And to think that the majority of people don't go to college because they can't afford it. This is the opportunity to change this. They want to have 2 years of free community college added into this next package. There is a lot of game-changing items that they are working for in this next package. Monthly stimulus checks here, number 2. These are all the things that they're currently being discussed to be included in this next stimulus package. Not everything's going to make it. Monthly stimulus checks or monthly Social Security raises that would go forever would be a godsend for so many people. I see your guys' comments. I understand. The child tax credits that are currently actually going out right now for some people, we're getting comments from some people saying that their child tax credits, their $250 to $300 monthly checks are already starting to hit for some people. They're already pending, even though they're supposed to start on July 15th. Some people are already getting them. Those are only passed for 1 year, okay? Even though they've been going on for 23 years since 1998. The extension, the increase is only for 1 year. They want to extend that till 2025, but right now they're only passed for 1 year. Those are a godsend right now for pretty much anybody with children. Those are supposed to take about 50% of children out of poverty. If they don't extend that in this next package or 2 or 3, there's going to be more packages after this until the 2022 midterm elections. Those help out pretty much every child. I mean, especially people in childhood poverty. The seniors are really looking for items number 2 and 3 here, along with 2, 3, and 4 here. I mean, number 2 and number 1 help out everybody. And number 2, number 3, and number 4 here are for seniors. Number 5 and 6 are for children. And yes, same with number 8, free preschool. And free college is going to affect a lot of people. A lot of these things are game changers that can really be in this next package. And Congress is back in session now. The Senate is back, the House is back, and really they're going to be deciding what they can fit in this next package, how much they're going to spend, how much people like Senator Joe Manchin are willing to spend. He wants to spend around $2 trillion. Senator Bernie Sanders says, no, 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 I don't want to spend any less than $3 trillion. So they're going to have some negotiating to do because they need every single senator from the Democratic side to say yes. So they're going to have to come to a compromise because if either one of them says no, they can't pass it until they both come to an agreement and actually get them both to say yes. So, and that's why all these items are not going to make it. I mean, they're going to have to push some of these items off to the next package. Um, and again, on October 1st, which is about 2.5 months from now, they will get more reconciliation cards where they can add some of these into the next package. The question is, what will be in this package and how much will it be? So again, I just want to say this new executive order is not the what we're hoping for the forcing pharmaceutical companies to lower their prescription drug prices. I don't think that can be done through an executive order. I think this is like the step before the step that has to be done through a bill in Congress. Okay, this is kind of like a stepping stone to the larger step that we need to happen. So this is kind of like a portion of what needs to happen. This is like setting it up for hopefully what we will see done in these next one or two packages. This is a good step towards what we need to happen, and hopefully we will see a compromise towards this in the next package. Also, we are continuing to see things like this. Forced stimulus check outcry grows even as new relief heads towards families. The new relief that's heading towards families right now is actually two different checks. The child tax credits that are just starting to go out. I expect the majority of them to go out on July 15th for direct deposits, and paper checks are actually going to go out after that. And a lot of people on this channel are just reporting now the second wave of the unemployment tax credit checks, which are anywhere from a few $100s to a few $1,000 from the $10,200 unemployment tax break refund check that is passed from the third stimulus check as well. A lot of our viewers actually reported thousands of dollars check just getting that this week as well. So we are seeing more and more momentum of people outcrying for a forced stimulus check to be included in this next package. As we get closer and closer, we need a few senators like Senator Bernie Sanders, Elizabeth Warren, and Chuck Schumer to say, no, we demand that there be a forced stimulus check in this next package. And they're going to be deciding that this week. So yes, tweet your senators, email them, call them. You can just go on Google and say, Google Senator Bernie Sanders phone number. You can call their offices and just leave them a number, leave them a message. Most of the time, it's just it's an answer machine. You can email them on Twitter. You can or leave them a message on Twitter. You can email them on Instagram. You can leave them messages. Whether their staff sees them, they see them, whatever it is. Bernie Sanders, Senator Joe Manchin. Tell them your story. Tell them that you're in need. Tell them you need survival checks. Tell them that the pandemic is still hurting you guys. Tell them you need Social Security raises. You need Medicare benefits. Right now, it's like all you really need is to get the message out so that they're thinking about these things, because it really, really does matter, because the second stimulus check was not originally in that package, okay? They were going to pass a stimulus package that didn't have a stimulus check in there. As crazy as that sounds, I think you guys kind of know, when we look at that list of 24 things, only two of them actually are stimulus checks. There's child tax credits, there's mortgage and rental assistance, there's Medicare expansion, there's child tax credit checks, there's mortgage and rental assistance, there's all these other type of stimulus programs in there, okay? Not necessarily a stimulus check. So tell these senators what you want. The Senate, or you can tell your House representatives too, but feel free to email all your representatives. Tell Biden, tell everybody you want, because now is the crucial time where they're going to be deciding what's in there. And if we get a few people that demand that there's stimulus checks in there, they demand that there's child tax credits in there, they demand that there's a Social Security raise in there, Medicare expansion, whatever it is that you guys particularly want, make your voices heard. Because remember, the second stimulus check package didn't even have a second stimulus check in there. And then they demanded that you guys and eventually the congressman saying, yeah, we can't pass this without a second stimulus check in there. There's too many people that are demanding that it be in there. We're going to have to take the money away from the states and cities. They didn't want to do that. They were literally kind of forced to because there was so much outcry for it. And they took the money away from the states and cities and gave it to you guys for the second stimulus check. And we've seen changes like that made in the third stimulus check package too. And they literally did it at the last minute because they were kind of forced to because there was so much support for it. So make your voices known. They really do make a difference. They wouldn't have made a change like that. They wouldn't have taken $160 billion away from states and cities in a bill that was already wrote and just take away $160 billion away from all 50 states if it wasn't that big of a deal, okay? We're talking about $160 billion. They took it away from all 50 states and said, okay, we're going to give it to the people instead for the second stimulus check. I mean, that's a major deal. If you really think about the logistics of that, they rewrote a bill and took $160 billion away from every single state and gave them nothing because of the outcry and the support of the people. So, yeah, there's 24 items on that package or on that list. And there's other things like that aren't even like stimulus money to the people. There's like climate change and a little bit of like infrastructure stuff that they want to put in that package too as well that they're going to, have to make room for, okay? So there's a lot of things that are on the block for this next package. So what's going to be in there, we're going to find out here in the next few days. So don't miss any new episodes. Remember, new videos come out here on our channel at 10 a.m., 3 p.m., and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you haven't subscribed yet, I don't know why. It's free to do so. Subscribe down below. It just makes it so you won't miss out on our videos. It's literally free. Click subscribe. Click the bell icon to all notifications. It just gives you a little ding reminder when we go live at 10 a.m., 3 p.m., and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll keep you updated on everything stimulus related and what's going on with our country. You can click this top video here to watch my newest stimulus check video next. This bottom video is the different stimulus checks that are going out in July, August, and September through different stimulus check programs. And this video is my newest video about President Biden's Social Security raise. So click on one of those videos next. Thanks, guys, and I will see you in the next video.